Well, hello there, everyone. Today is Sunday, November the 13th, year 2022. Hopefully, doing outstanding. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a CPA, and I'm going to talk about saving up your the best ways to save money to get your first rental house. Because I've said it many times, rental houses are the best way to build your wealth quickly. A business can be great too, but a lot of businesses fail in the first 5 years. Stocks are another way to build wealth, but in my humble opinion, they're not as good or as quick as rental property. Now, with that being said, rental property isn't quick. You don't get rich overnight, but if you stick with it over the years, you will increase your wealth exponentially. Okay? But sometimes buying that first house, you get stuck because it's hard to save money. Or sometimes you get stuck after the first or second. You just can't save money to get the third or fourth, something like that. So, but right now, we've gone through a period of years now with very low interest rates, which if you're trying to save money, it's frustrating because you're holding cash, but you're not getting anything for it, or very little for it. Now you're getting just a little bit more, not a lot, but a little bit more, okay? And keep in mind, interest rates, the Fed is probably going to raise interest rates again. Okay? They probably will. Maybe a couple more times. We shall see. All right. But if you're trying to save money for a down payment, remember, I'll rehash a couple things. Work more hours if you got to do it to get more money, to save more money. Work a side gig if you got to do it to get more money, to save more money. Cut expenses to save money, so you have money to save, okay? But when you're getting that cash, however you're getting it, there's ways to save it. You don't put it under your mattress because inflation will just decrease the value. But yet, if you save dollars, you still have those dollars, and then eventually you will get enough to buy your first rental property. If you put it in the bank, check around, okay? Because different banks, different credit unions pay different rates. Some are starting to raise their rates just a little bit. One financial institution, a bank that I have an account with, is called Wealthfront. Wealthfront announced a week or two ago they have increased their rate for their savings account to 3.30%. 3.30%. Okay, that's not the greatest. Like, inflation is higher than that, but it's better than nothing. It's 3.30%. So if you start putting your money in that account, first put $100 in, you add 50, you add 200, you add 500, you add 1,000. Eventually, you'll get up to a level where you notice the interest and be like, oh, I just got $10 in interest, or I got $20 in interest, or I got $50 in interest. It'll add up, okay? And that's with Wealthfront. One word, Wealthfront. Okay, you can find them online. Another bank I have an account with is Ally.com online. Ally.com right now, they're paying less. I had it up here a minute ago. I closed it out by accident. I think they're paying 2.75%, 2.65%, somewhere right around there. So again, they were the best, better than Wealthfront. But Wealthfront had been lower for a long time, and I had taken my money out of Wealthfront, but I kept the account open. I kept a little bit in there. And now I'm starting to put money back into Wealthfront because it's paying more. But it wouldn't surprise me to see Ally make an announcement that they're going to raise their rate also. So, but I haven't seen that as of yet, okay? Some other options, and you got other stuff. Like, I have a credit union back in Virginia, and I see on their homepage, they have a 6-month CD. And I got it right up here somewhere. Let me pull it up so I get it right. Yeah, a 6-month certificate, as they call it. It's a CD, basically. A savings account and a certificate vary. Savings account, you can basically put money in, withdraw money whenever you want. They might have an account minimum $5, $25, whatever it might be. But you can normally put money in or go take money out whenever you want to. When you get a CD or a certificate, find out what the fine print is, because a lot of times you get your money locked up for a period of time. Might get a higher rate of interest, perhaps. But if you withdraw the money before the time is up, you'll get penalized in some fashion. Okay, so check with the institution you want to get it with, find out what the penalties are, what the rates are, etc. But the credit union I'm a member of up in Virginia, their 6-month certificate now is paying 3.55%. 6 months, 3.55%. So if you're trying to save money for a rental property, if you're in Virginia, for example, and that I think you can be anywhere in Virginia and join that credit union, I think. And you can get 3.55%. That's better than 3.30 at Wealthfront. Now, the trade-off is you're locking your money up for 6 months. If you have an emergency, do you have other money you can tap into? Or could you put a little bit of money in there and just start, if you have $5,000 saved up for your rental, maybe, I don't know, maybe put half of it into lock it up for 6 months. But if you know you won't have enough for that rental house for 2 years, maybe put it all in there. It's up to you. It's your personal decision. Okay? There are other options as ways to save money too. You have treasury bills. Where do I got these rates at? I got them somewhere here. Hold on just a second. Oh, where it is. It's somewhere in there. I'll find it. But treasury bills, you can give them a variety of terms. It's again, you're locking your money up for a period of time. They can be 4 week long. So 4 weeks, you're only locking up for 1 month, 4 weeks, no big deal. 8 weeks, 13 weeks, 26 weeks. It might go as long as 52 weeks, 1 year. I think you can invest as little as $100 up to a maximum of $10 million. Okay. But say, knowing that rates, remember I mentioned earlier, rates may keep going up. I would be hesitant to lock my money up for too long because rates might start going up even higher. Okay, and too long? I don't know that answer. Personally, if a treasury bill is 4 weeks, 8 weeks, I think I would probably stick with 4 weeks for the time being because the Fed may keep raising rates. But a 6 month CD at 3.355, is that a gamble? I mean, are rates going to go up that much in 6 months? I don't know. They might. T-bills were paying, when I checked before, I think around 3.51%. For a 4 week one. Okay, so that's another option. You're investing with the U.S. government that way. All right. The best one I have found, though, here it is. Again, you're locking your money up. With this one, and I'll tell you what this one is. It's an I bond. It's a savings bond from the U.S. government, from the Treasury. All right. So it's a Series 1 savings bond. And when you buy these, they set their rate twice a year. All right. When they set it and you make the purchase, let's say you buy a bond, you agree to hold it to full maturity is like 30 years or something like that. You don't have to hold it for that long. But to not be penalized, you got to hold it for at least, I think, 12 months. You can sell it after 12 months. But you could still get a small penalty if you sell it, say, at 12 months. But say you sell it at, it's been 13 months, you only get the interest rate for 12. If you sell it at 14 months, you only get the interest rate for 12. If you sell it right at 15 months, you might get the interest rate for 12. Because they increase it every 6 months. And I don't know exactly how they're doing this when you sell it. But you may not get interest right up to the date. You pay the interest every 6 months. So the farther past that date of payment you sell it, I don't think you're getting interest for it for that period of time. Okay? So knowing that, read it well on the website. Just look up Treasury Direct. It's treasurydirect.gov. Look up I-bonds. Just Google I-bonds and you'll find it. I don't know if I'll get any myself, but something to think about. Because the interest rate, check this out, 6.89%. That's what it is, 6.89%. So if you can lock up your money for a period of at least a year and get 6.89%, would you do it? Possibly. It's double, 3.3, more than double. And I looked at historic rates 6 months ago, they were at like 6.82%. So they've raised it a little bit. So if you had bought it, say 6 months ago, you got 6.82 and now it's at 6.89. Where it will be, that went into effect November 1st. And it's in effect till April 30th. So come May 1st, what will the rate be? I don't know. It'll probably adjust in some fashion, but I don't know. So anyway, it's getting long. What else we got? Oh, one other bank I can mention to you. A lot of folks don't know about it. It's called Axis. AXOX. AXOS. Axis Bank. I'd encourage you to look at them. I've gotten a mortgage through them in the past for a rental house. They used to be called Bank of the Internet when I first got involved with them. I also used to own stock in them, but I sold that. They sometimes have competitive interest rates on their savings accounts, but not always. I have a business checking account with them for my LLC. And when I got it, they were paying one of the highest interest rates. I don't think I left that one up. It's 1.01%, I think. Because a lot of business checking wasn't paying any interest when I opened that account a couple years ago, and they're paying like I think it's 1.01. So it's something. Okay, it's something. I don't keep a lot of money in there anyway. I don't keep a lot of money into any savings, but the money you do keep in savings, you want to get something for it because you're losing value with inflation. Okay. Hey, real quick at the end, and you can tune out if you don't want to hear this, but Panama, I forgot to list a few pros about the country in another video. Other pros about it, besides it being a beautiful country and having great beaches, some of the top ranked beaches in the world. They have some of the top ranked fruits and vegetables in the world. The soil is very fertile. They produce great fruits, great veggies, all kinds of fruits that you may not get in the United States. Some they sell in the United States, some they don't. Tropical fruit, it's delicious. Vegetables, a lot of them they sell in the U.S., but maybe not all of them, okay? So fruits and veggies. Fish, seafood in general is really good. Fish is some of the best you can get in the world. And they got a fish market in Panama City, but you can buy fresh fish all up and down the coastline right off the boat. You can buy, I think, shrimp right off the boat and other stuff right off the boat. So you get it cheaper. It's much, much cheaper there than it is in the States. Okay, so you got that. You also have diving, snorkeling, surfing, water sports. You got that. You got boats. You got jet skis. You got oceans. You got bays. You got lakes. You got the Panama Canal with a big lake in the middle. Fishing is great. It's not as good as it used to be, but fishing is still great. What else you got? You got kayaking. If I lived there, I got a kayak now. I'd probably take it with me, and I'd probably get a boat one day down there, and who knows what else I get. So anyway, I don't want you to think there's just cons. There's some great pros about living in that country as well. So if you got any questions, feel free to leave them below. Click the thumbs up, subscribe, comment, etc., etc., etc. And I can tell I'm a little tired today. I don't know. It's just how it is. Sign of the times, a lot on my mind. My brain's always churning, thinking of new things. So y'all take care. Stay safe. Mazske is signing out.